live. Oh
And we're
boy.
live.
Oh no, I'm in my shower dress. What should I do? Uh, anyways, I don't know. Fun stuff always going on. By the way, as we were talking in that, I will be going to Kiev tomorrow. Well, no, it'll be Monday, but it'll be tomorrow. So, to think of it this way, I have two choices to do it. Either way, it takes 2 hours. It just depends what time I go. So going from where I live to Lviv, then Lviv to Kiev, and that. So I'll be going. Let's see, like about 380 miles. Yeah, about 360, 380 miles, because Kiev is 292 from where I'm at, but I'm then Lviv is 90 miles north, and that. But it will be a day of hanging out and waiting, and that. So, and oh, to give you an idea, to get there, it will cost about $17 in total to travel 380 miles. And that because I'll have to spend $5 or about $5, 4 to 5, to go north. Then I already spent it, but I spent about 11, $12 to go to Kiev, and that, and it's second class travel, and that with a nice little chair, and it will take 7 hours, and I'll travel from 2 in the morning to 10 in the morning, and that. And what else to talk about? But besides, it's getting a little warmer, but and our favorite presidents calling each other names.
Yeah, man. That one, I think I don't think I understand completely. Um, I was reading that something to do with the minerals,
Yeah.
and Trump wants Zelensky to sign over minerals.
Oh, I heard this. You Someone else told me this too. It's a little bit strange in that in the Ukrainian side of stuff, it didn't say there was no signature. There was no mention of a signature. Okay,
Yeah.
in that, but in it did say that Zelensky handed a paper with the locations of all the minerals. Okay, so from my perspective, and I'm not saying that Ukrainian news is 100% truthful, but which one means which one? If you hand over a location of the minerals, isn't that pretty much the same thing? But why do they need a signature?
Well,
You know,
well,
that's
according to what I spoke about on my channels last night, was that Trump had proposed an agreement where the U.S. would gain access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals, valued somewhere around 500 billion, in exchange for economic and military support. However, Zelensky rejected the proposal, from what I know, demanding security guarantees against Russian aggression.
yeah,
Now, I did hear somewhere that he may accept the proposal, so I don't. Like I said, you're right about news. So, but
yeah. Well, the other is this: is Kellogg is still talking with Zelensky, and Kellogg is saying how great things are going. So which one do you believe, Kellogg, Trump, or Zelensky? Or, or, if you really think about it, nothing is the truth, and what they don't want you to know is what is really going on
right,
in that.
it's
And,
true.
and I probably, to be honest, I would probably believe more of Kellogg's side than of Trump or Zelensky, because he's just walking around meeting with people and saying, are we doing good? Is everything good? Blah, blah, blah. But I have an idea too that Kellogg uh, it's not that he is the decider, but he's kind of a facilitator. He smooths everything out. So when there's a bump in one direction, he smooths it out directly. That's why he would be an envoy in that. But he basically tells everyone what they want to hear,
Right.
and then no one's not so upset. And oh, um, I gotta show you this via Telegram. If you want, you can do the screen share on this too, right?
I can't from the iPad. If you share, you have to share from your end. From my iPad, it won't allow me to share. So, I didn't use the computer today because if I use my computer, the audio sounds horrible. So,
Ooh, I have
but
powers that you do not. How interesting.
yeah,
Oh,
the
you want to
iPad
know?
won't. Yeah, the iPad won't allow me to share because it's
Oh,
the
no.
way it's set up. That's the only thing that Riverside I think is need to get more with the times. But it's
Yeah.
that's the
Needs to
only
get
complaint I have
needs to
about
get out of
Riverside.
the river. Well, there's two things. I actually learned there's a girl. I didn't really talk to her. Well, now this is gonna sound like a dating channel. When I talked to a girl, she promised me roses. Anyways, besides that, there is a girl that's an English teacher, and I talked to her on and off, not so serious, but like, it's just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I thought she lived in Kiev, and I messaged her just the other day, hey, I'm going to Kiev. You're there, aren't you? And she's actually out east, in that she's an English teacher that lives very close to Kramatorsk. And I said, oh, now I'm really interested. But let me get this. 1 second. Um, let me get this set up on my side here, because there was a friend. This is like a meme in that, but there was a friend that sent me like their it's actually a Facebook share, but they're making fun of Trump being the dictator thing. And oh, you want to know something? I'll tell you something really funny. I don't know if you see it on your Facebook side, but I see it on mine. There is, on like every time that I check Facebook, it's Ukrainian friends. They're sharing other Americans or whoever else they are. They're all sharing this thing of like some foreigners saying, well, Trump is this and blah, 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 this, and there's no heating and cooling in Ukraine, and oh, the electricity and that. But no, but the thing is they're sharing these posts, and it's like I don't want to call it a spam, but it's kind of like a little bit of a stupidity, to be honest. It's a little bit of a stupidity because how do I want to put it? It's like the the conversation that they have. It it's it's pandering. It's very pandering, or it's not salacious or anything, but it's just extremely pandering. Okay, so I got the link. Um, Here, how do I put it? Well, how do I share? I see 72% uploading. Uploading. Ooh. Where do I do for sharing?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see that just for a second, because or what I could do is let me get the computer real quick to see. I don't want to run because the audio would sound horrible. Let me look at the computer real quick to see.
Because I can send it to your Telegram. You're gonna join yourself into the chat on your side.
Yeah. Let me see if it, because there may
So
be something I have to maybe push or something you'd be able to share. So
yeah. So well, let me transfer it to you in Telegram. It's a Facebook link, but it's from a friend of mine. So there we go. Sent it, and that. But it's like a you would laugh and call it like a memorial, and actually they make it look a little bit religious, and it's all in Ukrainian.
hold on one second. Get this going. I might have to mute one of these because it's gonna.
Sure, go ahead. I don't mind. Mhm, mhm. Oh wait. You know what? I see the share.
You saw it.
Ah, no. Yes, I see it. I didn't know here. Let me try to do this. Okay, wait. Presentation or screen? Does it matter? No. I don't want to upload a slideshow. Here, one second. Let me see if this works. There we go. Okay, so Telegram. Where's Telegram? Or Chrome tab. Okay, window. Entire screen. Oh, so it's a little bit limiting. So it's via Chrome tab or entire screen. Okay, so I gotta do entire screen. So let me do this, and then,
Oh, you got it.
oh, look, I have many hands. Okay, so,
There you go. Well, I'll pull up my computer just in case I need to share
okay,
something, but
for sure.
I'll keep one side muted.
But we'll see here 1 second, as long as this loads. The sound is not on it. Oh, whoops. I gotta. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. That's the most funniest thing. Sometimes I forget that audio is on mute. Okay, so yeah.
Can you hear me?
But yeah, this was it. But you know what's funky? What's really funky about it is this. I hear myself, I think. My little echo is like this is a whole channel. It's either a channel or it's a little group thing in that. But I'm not sure what it is exactly. But they're like just talking about whatever Ukraine in general. That, oops, where are you? Where? Oh yeah, you're in the other tab. Gotcha. You're in that tab. Whoa. It's there. In that. You were able to hear it, right?
I think I heard a little bit.
Yeah. It's very short. It's extremely short, but basically it's like a black U.S. flag and then they have a dog eating a little idea thing of Trump off, or cleaning a toilet bowl with it. But I didn't translate each of the messages, but I get an idea of what it's saying, and that I really get an idea, because one of the things said something about like, well, our country is going down now, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Probably one of those NGOs, and that.
So,
But that's what was so surprising to me, is I can look on my Facebook almost at any time, and I see at almost any time something anti-Trump, and that it's almost every time I just load up the news feed. Um, let me see, like, oh,
oh, Zelensky seems bipolar. Um, because before the election, he seemed to have a lot of good things to say about Trump.
ah, there
Now,
we go. There's one.
no,
It's just it's floating all into, uh, especially besides the fact that this one is more interesting. When Disney makes a thing of Greta Thunberg and that, but as a black girl, but uh, but like it's kind of like feeding into my feed. Not that I'm following it. It's like a Facebook suggestion.
right,
And then, so when everyone's complaining about how, because they followed Biden when it was POTUS, and they're still following it now because it's now Trump, and they're upset it's Trump that they're following now. But just it's just one of these things that like well, how can I put it? It's just the my generation, but it's just one of these things that's like it's like an invasion part, but oh, I don't know. Facebook is not the Facebook that it should be, where you only see your friends' updates. It's now a curation of nonsense.
yeah, but with you there, I mean, you hear news that I can't hear, right? And so, because I mean, what I was trying to say earlier is that Zelensky seems bipolar, right? Because before the election, he had all these good things to say about Trump, and now Trump is president.
He's politicking.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I know. What I'm saying is he's drowning now. It's I feel like with Zelensky, this is where you're right, because I feel like I only see from my end what I feel like they want me to see, because at the same time, is Zelensky as bad as they say he is, or just what the narrative we're being fed? Because I mean, you're there. I don't know.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I don't know Zelensky no more than
well,
it's
well, what it is it's this is what I think it is. Okay, and that, or more so in Zelensky's side. Um, you know, when Trump was saying something that he has 5% approval, I believe I know where he got that from, because there is a link which I found, and that I didn't really do any looking for it. A friend sent it to me, I think. But there's a link from a Ukrainian press agency. They did a poll, and they said, like, is Zelensky still popular? Will he get elected? Does he still have support of the people? Now, support of the people is at, like, say, 64%. Then there was like a question asked in general, and that what was how do I put it? It was like, is Zelensky re-electable? Would he get a second term? And that was at 16%. that he would get a second term. There was a few sides of it. If I can, let me find the link because I sent it to a guy in Facebook to give him an idea of news because he commented on my stuff and was saying by ooh, one
Bless
second.
you.
Oh, well,
Bless you.
now it's not about your ministries, it's about Springsteen Ministries. But I gave him a link and I said, see, the news is different if you look at the other side in that. And he started saying like, oh well, yeah, I get what you mean, but it was an interesting little tidbit. Okay, I gotta wait till this loads. Come on, come on. Let's see. Load, load, load. 18% of chat's loaded. Come on. Boy, why does it take so long to load my chats? But it really, at the end of the day, I think that Zelensky is just trying to look like he's doing his job. That's what I think he's trying to look like in that. And I can tell you, like in Russia, which I know some Ukrainians would hate me to say this, but like in Russia, Ukraine has this little bit parental or fraternal leaning, in the sense that like they always have to have, like, for every New Year's, even in Russia they do this, in Belarus also, they have the tradition that you should watch the president speak for like 20 to 30 minutes and that. And you should watch it. Right when the clock hits 0, you should watch it. And we don't have it in the US. Everyone's just going, ooh, party, drink, party, or sleep. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Let me see here. Where is Brian's message? Brian. I might, if I can pull the article, I'll share the screen. So, 1 second. Come on.
You know, but I don't see Zelensky hurting. I mean, he's going to be getting a lot of money from the EU, you know, pretty soon. So.
Oh yeah. He's going to get 20 billion or something.
Yeah, the EU will take care of Zelensky. You know, so he's.
Well, you know, you want to know something, which I said this once or twice already, not to you, but in the Facebook and that, and to a few friends here. I said, you know, Trump said in the beginning, going back, in the elections, he said, like, look, we're going to back away from supporting Ukraine, and Europe should pay more, right? He said this, right? Mm-hmm. And what I really think is funny is this, is, you know, they're creating a drama, which is exactly what Trump said before the election, or right, even a few days after the election, in that basically, you know, we're going to stop paying money and Europe needs to pay more. Now they're like, you know, it's basically like they're arranging the cards and saying, oh yes, whatever America says, we will follow. And we'll make America look bad and Europe will look good. And that. But, you know, they said, you know, Trump said it like, let's say 8 or 9 months ago. And that. You know, it's like a short-term memory thing. Like, no one really remembers what anyone says anymore. And that, and it's all, here, I got it. Here, I'll share the screen again. Because we always know you don't want to see me. You like looking at sexy newspapers, and that sexy newspapers are always much better than me. And that just look at the sex appeal of the sex newspaper.
Oh, there
Look
we
at
go.
that.
There
Nice
we
and
go.
red, nice and red. Look now, you see that print size is just so correct. You know the exact typing of the print in that is so interesting. Anyways, yeah, this looks better than Zoom side, but so oh yeah, handy guide for what Trump. Oh, by the way, too. Keep in mind there was the Pravda newspaper in the Soviet Union, and then they have the Ukrainian Pravda newspaper. Think about that one. Ukrainian Truth.
Hmm.
Pravda means truth in Russian. So, as the article goes, if a hypothetical election were done, blah blah blah, uh, and that, and I'll tell you something. I heard this guy right here, the Zaluzhny,
Hmm.
is the general that got replaced. He's extremely popular, probably a little bit like an Eisenhower type of guy. The Valery Zaluzhny, he's kind of like an Eisenhower type of guy because he's really popular from the military and with the people
Right.
and that. But Zelensky pushed him off for a period of time, saying that he was not doing his job correctly. He was not aggressive enough, and that. Let me see. Yeah, the handy guy. Blah blah blah. Yeah, who would you want? You personally vote for in the presidential election? And Zaluzhny gets it, and then
So
all right, go ahead.
I came across because I know that there's been talk about how there's not elections in Ukraine, but according to the Ukrainian constitution, they can suspend it during war. Am I correct? So
Uh, I don't know what it
technically,
says.
is
If
Zelensky
it
wrong?
says that, then yeah.
Hmm?
I don't know what it says.
Yeah,
If it says it, then okay, I get it.
yeah,
But it's just one of them things, and
yeah.
not in our
I'm
constitution,
not.
but
I guess I'm not trying. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but I thought I read somewhere down the line that it's somewhere in their constitution, and so I mean, in a way, I feel like it's all tit for tat. In a way, like you said, it's political. Um,
yeah,
I could be wrong. I thought I read that somewhere that
but
in their constitution it states during a time of war they can suspend elections to uphold legitimacy, like a democratic legitimacy, whatever that means. I don't know, but I'll find out. But I think I've heard that, but I don't. That's why I'm trying to say it. That's why I was asking you if what I'm hearing about Zelensky is always 100% true.
actually, a person to ask would be Yuri. Yuri
Yeah,
would know exactly because of him being a lawyer. Um, because
yeah,
I'm
that would
sure
be
he
cool.
read the Constitution exactly at one point. So yeah, you have what it says here, and that with Zelensky's ratings gradually decreasing, etc. And by the way, this flies in the face as much as they would say whether a dictatorship or not dictatorship. I'm not saying it is a dictatorship, but it leads it to be not. Maybe a little, but not. Is this. And because, no, how do I want to say this? Is, a lot of people think of a dictatorship like it would be Hitler or Stalin like. And the key thing about this is this. You have a news article that's done by a major publication in Ukraine, and it's not pro Zelensky. That's the bigger part of it, saying that he would not win in that. And the other part is this is according to what goes on in Ukraine, supposedly the the president or the presidential office, whatever you want to call it, has to approve of all news and media that goes on in Ukraine, and that, or they have to like look through it or see if it's okay to post or whatever, and this gets posted, and that's what makes it more interesting, is that basically some of the media does not agree with Zelensky, but yet it gets posted. But yet, they say there's like a censorship, a dictatorship, and things like that in general. And that. So, as his polls were decreasing, up, down, everything all around, and that. And then further on. And that. And, oh yeah, this should be interesting. And that the commented and that, or actually wait, where is the one that said 16%? It said 16% in here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, here it was. Zelensky's approval rating stands at around 16% as of February 2025.
Wow. That's not very high.
Well, it's higher than Joe Biden.
Don't get me started.
Actually,
anybody can have a higher approval rating than Joe Biden.
It's lower than Joe Biden, actually, but yeah.
Oh man.
Just one of them things. And that. Let me see what else is in this. Rubio. Oh. That's funny. And too, the one thing too, the interesting article, but I don't know. There's so much fluff in that and all of this. But like they always make a news article of like something that's nothing. That look at that, English, Russian, and Ukrainian. And they have it in English. Go figure. Let me get news or all settings for news. Oh yeah, World Congress. Yeah, there was an Iraqi World Congress. Look at Iraq nowadays. That was like the biggest push when we went to go with Iraq. I watched quite a few documentaries. There was that Chalabi guy, and that he was like the head of the Iraqi Congress outside of Iraq. That was like they claimed they were the legitimate Congress of Iraq, and that, and he was, after we went in, he was like the man behind the scenes. He made most of the decisions, and he was the one that pushed Bush to go into Iraq. And that. Oh no, I lost Jared, just like I lost Irina that time, long ago. Let me see. But I find it funny they have an article saying that Trump won't go on May 9th. And the whole May 9th thing is all about the World War II ending in that for Europe.
Yeah, right there.
There,
Ukraine
yeah.
not ready to sign the subway. There you go.
Okay, so it is true. In that.
Wow,
Interesting.
I was right.
Well, but you know, I guess they take a few more days to rewrite the other part.
I've been known to do some really good research at times.
We do. I didn't think we did any research, but
That's why I call myself the watchdog.
And that. Let's see. I thought it was more about your dogs, actually. And that you like one of your dogs was like Lassie. And that. But regardless, I didn't. That's interesting. So it is true. They just backed out at the last second. Um, oh, I don't know. It's so funky. But you know, the other thing too to add to this. Let me see here. Like the XE rate. Let me see. Besides getting out of the news part, oh, see, look, I get global currency rates. So you know, from okay, so $1 to this, and that you know, I have a feeling, or actually, it's just I know this already by common logic, from being in the country so long and everything. Um, there's gonna be another crash of this currency, which is sad. It's really sad in a way because it makes Ukrainians more and more poor. And I kind of just float in that. So, boy, you know, it was like back April 2018, and that where it says $1 to 41 grivna. Back in April of 2018, this would have been 23 or 24 and not 43. And that. And then, okay, so this is over high, low, 7 days, 90 days. Let's see, view full chart. Let me see, view full chart. But I have a feeling that they're gonna crash this currency all the way like $1 to 100 grivna or to 200 grivna. And that I just have a feeling. So let's say 10 years.
Well, it's true when they say debt is slavery. It's true. Debt is slavery. In a way, it is a form of slavery when you're in debt. So whether it's a country or you personally, debt is slavery. No, but it's sad.
Yeah, like so like again like this was January 2022. So like let's see. So I came in April 10th. I came in so 26. So it's like $1 to 26 grivna here. Then it goes up a little bit to 28, goes down, goes 28, goes down. This was a really interesting time when it went down this low. And then it goes back up. Basically, you know what's really interesting is this is when if the grivna strengthens, I was told this, if the grivna strengthens, it's actually bad for Ukraine. If it gets stronger, if the currency gets stronger, for some reason it's bad. And a part of the reason why it's bad is the imports and the exports. And that a weak grivna makes it easier to, I think, export. And that. And the strong grivna has the inverse effect. But I might memorize that backwards, but it was something of that effect because when the grivna got really strong for a period, like everyone was going like, we can't sell anything, we can't sell anything, and that there was Ukrainians that were talking about it, and then so like it went down to 23 in 2019, Then it sharply jumps up in 2020, but it's really about the same. And that goes down, goes
Hmm.
up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But you know, from going from April, like from April, this is 2017, 2018. So it's like 26, 26, 25. Then going from 2020, it's like, you know, it's like very slow. It's very slight and very slow. 1 or 2 grivna every few months, 1 or 2 grivna every few months, go up, down, up, down. Then we have like the threat of war, and then like, well, actually, you know what? It actually didn't destabilize. So this was really close to it. Actually, no, what it did. It jumped by like 4 or 5 grivna on these days. So then it was right at 30, and then it spiked. It's so spiked, going all the way to 36 in that.
Wow.
It's like around that time. And then, you know, it's all around 36. I'll stay in around 36 for 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and then it starts to spike again, and that, and all the way to what it is now, which is 42. But
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's going to go through another crash, and of course it'll crash upwards, and that. But and even like right here, around here, is the Maidan event, not 2015, but like a few months before it. But still, it's just one of these things. And that 20, yeah, like 10 years ago was 21 at lows, 20 and 21. But
Wow.
I just have the feeling. I have the feeling, and they do that. If you really think of this, they do that in a matter of 10 years. The currency loses its value by 50% in 10 years. Internally, it loses its value. And then, if you really count, it would have lost like 80% of its value at least. Because it used to be $1 to 12 and $1 to 8. So it's 90% in a way. But but you know, like all of this in general doesn't really affect me or other Americans if you have an outside income. But for Ukrainians, it really hits them. Really, really hits them. In
Man,
that,
it's sad.
in that, and
Very sad.
everything. It's just it's my thinking because, like, how do I want to put it? It's um, going to a little bit of a story of what I was telling you about how there was a girl getting an apartment and that, and then there was a little bit of an issue. I won't go into it too much, but you know, she was telling me this morning that she's she wants to get out of her apartment is the best way to put it. But she was telling me that she will just go and rent a room with some other people in Lviv because there's more work there in the larger city. In that. And, well, I don't know, just one of them things.
Hold on, I had something on my mind. Let me see if I can reframe it.
You just got to pull it out of your ear.
Yeah, hold on a second. I had to stop.
Sure. Go ahead.
It'll come to me. Hold on. It was oh yeah. Now, this is just from, like I said, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna. So I've been reading a lot, and so I've been reading this one thing that was posted or published by Rand Corporation, right? They're like a think tank, and it was published in 2019. It was called "Unbalancing and Overextending Russia," and it was published in 2019, and it went through the war between Russia and Ukraine. Now, I remind you, this was published in 2019. In that report, right, it states that they do not care whether Ukraine wins the war or not. It's all about exhausting Russia at the expense of Ukraine.
Actually, do you have the link still for it or no?
Yeah, let me send it to you.
And because it'd be nice to show up on the.
Yeah, because it's an interesting report. Like I said, it was published in 2019, so.
And actually, there was another article which I sent to you, which was the thing about before the war. It was Ukraine's debt for a possible war. It was before everyone was hyping the war.
Yeah, you'll be able to. I'll send it to you now. You can be able to share it. I thought it was an interesting report.
Yeah. I see it pop now. Now the live stream pops up into the thing. Okay, so 1 second. I will share this out. We are sharing, caring people. We are blue. And go here it is, entire screen. Okay. So let me go back to Telegram. It's loading up a Word document? 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Everyone's always coming to me. 1 second. Let me move this up and answer the door. 1 second. I'll tell you something funny. Again, a lot of Ukrainians rush into things, and sometimes they forget objects. So 1 second. I'm gonna hide something as a joke. It's gonna be a nice joke. But okay, so let me see. Let me read this. Hello. Everything fun? It's Dimitri that was on the video the once before. I'm doing a video thing, but it's okay. So, how many pages is it? Oh, 12 pages. Okay.
Yeah. It takes a little bit to read through it, trust me. I mean, it may be 12 pages, but I pull information from it every so often if I'm doing whatever I'm researching as far as Ukraine or Russia is concerned. But there's interesting stuff in there. That's what I was.
Yeah.
It's almost as if they knew the war was going to happen. Right? It was almost,
or they
pre-planned.
Or they pushed for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they pushed for it. Is what I. Yeah. It's interesting stuff.
I got hungry. Yeah. Well, what's it called? Everything good? Yeah. I just got everything. Huh? Got everything? What do you mean? What do I mean? I don't know what I mean. Not missing anything?
My mobile phone, yeah.
I don't know, are you?
Yeah, ours.
I don't know. Where is it?
It was there.
Yeah. You walked out without it. He also walked out without his bag and then lost a glove. He's like our favorite football star, O.J. Simpson. The gloves don't fit. You must quit. As we talk about that now. Okay, so let's see. The maxim that Russia is never so strong nor so weak. I should send this to some Ukrainian friends. I wonder what they would think.
It blows your mind.
The economic cost of imposing measures, expanding U.S.'s. Oh yeah.
You got sausages or something like that?
No, I didn't go to the store. I've been here.
You didn't go?
No, I've been here. I've been working, and now I'm on live camera. Woo. Give it like about an hour or so. We'll do something. 1 second. Okay, so expanding U.S. energy production, imposing deeper trade and financial sanctions, increasing low. Really? Okay, and then we have like. Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like. Providing lethal aid to Ukraine would exploit Russia's greatest point of external vulnerability. Increasing support to the Syrian rebels. Yeah, so we can make another Muslim state.
Yeah,
that works.
It's
well.
I'm telling you, it's an interesting thing to pull through, man. It's.
Oh yeah, I like that promoting. Oh God, promoting liberalism in Belarus. Jesus. Look, I'm not a fan of Lukashenko. I'm not a fan.
Who's fan?
Well, no, I'm talking to Jared. What? How do I want to say this? When there was these protests in like 2019, 2020 in Belarus, like because there was an election in 2019, 2020. You remember this, right, Jared? Or do you remember or no?
I think I do.
Okay.
I probably wasn't paying attention as much as I am now, but I think I do recall that.
Well, there was an election at that time, and it's like Lukashenko's like sixth or seventh election, and they were saying, look at the crowds. There's so many people protesting, and it was really, if you listen to the U.S. side, it was really delusional. And I mean that in a nice way, that it was delusional, because they didn't talk about how big Belarus is in population, and they didn't talk about anything else other than one part. And there's many parts. So, like, Belarus, when they talk about this promoting liberalization in Belarus is a country of 10 million people. And it's comparable, if you think of population, it's comparable to, like, say, my state in Michigan, except not everyone is bunched together in Michigan. And in Belarus, they are. And here's the next part. Let me think, because this gives me a little bit of a tear to run into. I'm gonna send this to a few Ukrainian friends, see what they think. But 1 second here, because like I don't know a lot about Belarus, but I understand enough in that it's what they say in the news is not really true. Well, it's not really true about Ukraine either, or Russia. But how do I want to put this? Like, let's see here. So let me find a map on Belarus.
It's almost as if the plan is to destroy both Ukraine and Russia for the greater good of resources. Because I could really throw a wrench in this and say, how many people have heard of the Mac Kinder theory, right? Or even the grand chessboard. right?
Oh yeah, no. I know where you're going because you're
Yeah,
going to Brzezinski.
yeah,
I understand where you're going,
yeah.
but like, okay, so to give you an idea, out of a map, uh, you're gonna get an echo. If you wanna watch it in the other room. But this is my point. Okay, with the map, is this map? Maybe I got to open up in maps. But is this going on right here? Again, this is a country of 10 million people. Okay, and your major city is Minsk, and then basically there's nothing else. There's one airport in the country, and it's in Minsk. When I was in Belarus, I was in Vitebsk, which would have been right here. So I was up here, in that I was basically very close to the Russian border side of everything. In that I was in this town, and here's the other thing too, is depending what documentary you watch, depending what you look at, in Minsk, everything looks Soviet. That is true. I'm very sure of this. But it's also extremely clean in that. Like, uh, how do I want to put this? Like, it's so many little things that they don't talk about. Like, yeah, everything looks Soviet. It's all gray looking. But then at the same time, everything is just clean. There's no dirt. There's no nothing. So let's say like Walden bankrupt Minsk, like this, if I can pull it in that. So yeah, like this. Okay, which is a Walden bankrupt video. I wonder if Benjamin will find me.
I couldn't hear him.
Let me get out of his little chat video. I think that was a little staged because that's
Yeah,
not normal. That part is normal.
he's passed out. Give him another bottle.
What?
I say he's passed out. Give him another bottle.
Well, no. I think that was staged a
Yeah.
little bit because that's not normal. I've never seen it. I've never seen it in all my traveling and living in Eastern Europe. I've never seen it that way. Never. But this is a little bit normal. I've been, in these elevators, I've seen elevators like this maybe about 4 times. And that, like, there's no light in them, or when you go in, like, you see the light, you punch it, then it's black, and you go through. But by the way, this is also normal too in Ukraine and Russia. You just don't walk out the door because it's magnetically sealed. You have to hit a button to get out. And this is the thing. There's no trash. It's all clean.
I couldn't hear him. maybe the people are watching.
Jared, what?
I said I couldn't hear him.
Oh, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, so I couldn't hear what he was saying in the video.
Oh, you couldn't hear?
Yeah.
Here, let me do the. Wait, are you talking about on your laptop or on you yourself?
Like I can't hear at all. Like what he's saying. For me.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me do this. 1 second. Let me play it, but let me hold on 1 second. I want to see if it's coming down too. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. You want to know something?
What's that?
It's not audio capturing. By hearing myself. It's not audio capturing. It's not audio capturing from my iMac. It's only picking it up. You know what? I bet you. This is probably gonna ring. If I disable the echo cancellation, I bet. It's how loudly others hear you, and it can only affect the live call, not the recording. Or maybe it's a live call. I don't know. Guess we'll find out after. But default internal. Yeah. You know what I think it is? Because you can't hear because I just did it, and I was listening, and that. But regardless, okay. Let's think of it as mute, okay? And that it's a mute video. We don't know what it's saying. We are all deaf now. But regardless of my point is this: is everything is clean. In dollars. You're looking at Bill. Yeah, but it's also a dictatorship. That's my point. Just everything in the video is clean, and I mean, near the city of Portland. You know what I mean? Whoops. 1 second. I should just mute the sound of the video. I muted you too, Jared. I forgot that I muted you. But were you saying something or no?
No.
Okay, but still, it's like I said. This is my whole point. The thing is clean. Everything is clean. And on paper, everyone has a job. On paper, in Belarus, everyone has a job. In that. And I think like they say that there's like 1% unemployment. And the bigger thing is this: is they have a KFC right below a Soviet monument. It's a Soviet monument for World War II.
Right.
And then they have a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And
I see that.
This still exists in Belarus, and McDonald's still exists in Belarus, and all of this and that. But it's just one of these things. Like, it's the reality is different than the perception. But yet, like, when you see all these videos, other than YouTube videos, but from the news and everything else, and that you get this perception that is so other than what the country really is. And that, and even, what's his face? Sean Penn. Sean Penn did this video about Ukraine, and he showed almost nothing about Ukraine. Almost nothing. What he did show was being in bars and talking with men in the military. That's what he did show. And that. And let me see if I can get that. What was that film? It was his like little documentary on Ukraine. And that. Let me see. It was like Superhero or Superman or something that he did with everything Sean.
Man, I don't think I've heard any news about Sean Penn in a long time. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I think he's still trying to be relevant.
Yeah.
But still, this is the whole like. Yeah, this is the whole weird thing about it is if you look at the city, if you look at the country, you would think that it's not poor, that there is money, that there is something going on. But if you listen to the news, in that you would think it is poor, it doesn't have anything. It's this perception bubble, in that. Come on. Okay, so I guess. Yeah. Let me skip around in this thing, but like, this thing was so strange, and I know Lviv very well, and he shows pieces of Lviv, and he shows like a village, and he says this is Lviv. In that, it's so wacky. In that, like, the, it's all on this perception. Like, again, oh, by the way, Dimitri, you want to see as an example when you talk about how the news talks about Ukraine or whatever? Here's your example, okay? In that, you see, this is a documentary about Ukraine. Table, actor, drinking, flowers.
Ukrainian or American actors?
It's an American actor. It's Sean Penn. The guy that gave Zelensky an Oscar is Sean Penn in that. But still, the whole thing is this. And look, where's the city? It's a village with a farmland. And this is a documentary.
So Ukrainian, all Ukrainian.
Yeah. Where's the city?
It's not even like Kadush.
This has gotten probably like about 1 million to 4 million views, maybe even 10 million in the U.S. Ah, see though, this is my point. Jared, you're still watching, right? Uh, you're there, right, Jared? Jared. Or oh, Jared's off at the moment, I guess. Let's see. Anyways, wonder where Jared went. But still, like I said, this is my point. Like, this is the perception that is about Ukraine in media. In that military guy, truck, again, village, nothing, nothing. There's no city, no nothing. This is what Americans see about Ukraine. It's not what Ukraine is. And then, oh yeah. There's your bigger point, and that is this. There. Oh, some houses and destroyed roofs. When Jared is back, we will see here. Oh, and also this, Dimitri, this as well. And that, so, yeah. Don't walk in grass, blah, blah, blah. Back. You're back? Back? I think this is Lviv. You hear me, right, Jared?
I hear you, but
Okay, did you
I
hear
don't
me
hear
when
that.
you
But,
Okay, well, I have this on mute. That's why I have it.
yeah, okay, cool.
But oh my, there's not even captioning. What are they doing to the hearing impaired? But you know, this is the most hilarious thing of it all. Is this like they're showing parts of Ukraine, but they show like nothing at the same time. Let me see. Let me go further. Okay, so
Like you say, it's perception, man. It's
yeah.
whose perception, you know?
And then this is the whole Maidan thing in 2014. And that. And I know where this is as well. I've walked by it. Okay, come on. I want to get to something like he's just running around. In that, like he literally like says like he's in Kyiv most of the time. And one of the biggest parts of this is in I don't know what time code it's in, but what was so interesting to me is he keeps saying some Ukrainians get upset by Kyiv versus Kiev, okay? And he keeps saying Kiev. He never says Kyiv. It's the whole vowel change from Ukrainian to Russian. But this is the thing, is he keeps saying Kiev, and he actually interviews a Russian RT journalist, and she says Kyiv. It's the most hilarious thing. And like, you know, he's promoted as the most pro-Ukrainian like actor, gives them like, you know, all of is it Oscar and all this and that and whatever and that. And it's just the thing that is so comical in a way. Oh, by the way, there you go, Dimitri. They might show this. Look, not this part, but the background of here. There's your city you get to see. Makes almost no sense in the background. And that makes no sense in the background of the video. Just it's a backdrop with some churches in the background.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Putin just said they've always respected.
You mean the captions?
Yeah, he was. You know, you go back. He was. I saw the caption of Putin.
I wish I could pull the audio, but okay. So
I just saw the caption where it says, obviously Putin says, we have always respected the territorial integrity of the Ukrainian state. That true? Me.
Well, it depends what Kool-Aid you're drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I was about to say, when you invade someone, you're not really respecting their sovereignty.
And that, well, but still the whole point, like I said, is the perception with and again, Sean Penn will push himself as like this, you know, pro-Ukrainian, always supporting Ukraine, etc. type of person, but yet, it's like a subtlety. They say it, they proclaim they are, but you don't know much beyond a certain point about the country other than looking at clapping, some people talking, a flag, shaking hands, the poison thing, a rally. I mean,
It's like
it's all disjointed. And I know where this is too, by the way. I know exactly where this is. This is on Krishnatic in Maidan. I know where this building is, and that because I walk by it all the time. And that right here. This is Maidan right here. So to give you an example, okay, so you see this globe right here, this green globe right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you look at Maidan Square, Kiev, you will find a globe. Quite literally, a globe. And this actually should be the best view right here. Ah, come on. Load up, load up, load up. I just want the large picture. So you see this globe right here? In the photo right here?
Yes. Zoom in on it.
I will try. Give me one moment.
Yeah.
Because
I see. I think I see it. I do. It's,
yeah, it's to the left. It's to the left. But depending on which direction you're looking, you will see it. 1 second. Actually, this should be. Uh, you see it in Wikipedia easier, I think. But no, this is the opposite side. Actually, it's right here. Um, like where my mouse is at, it's right here. If you can see my mouse pointer, where I have my
yeah.
mouse pointer on it,
Yes.
it's right here. But but that tells you, because I know the area, because I've walked the area. I know where that shot is, and that. So you see, like just a sliver, like a sliver of one part of an area. You just see like a corner of an edge of the like it's basically like the Pennsylvania Avenue area in a way. In a way. And that.
Hmm.
And then again, it's just him going through trains at night. And again, village, village, village. No city, village, farm, industrial, nothing, industrial, farm. Huh? No.
This
No.
they're empty?
So everything is perception.
I went, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
1 second. I haven't been out. I was in Lviv yesterday. But yeah, like I said, it's a perception thing, in that you go from what would be somewhat city to village to then out in Donbass, which they're in a trench. I'm sure they're in a trench, in that. But it's just one of these things that it's just this perception, like it's totally different. And again, and here's what's so funny is this. So you see village again, another village, and then, just for a brief moment, you see the city for a brief moment. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but let me think here 1 second. No, this isn't it. I'm looking at a different area. Um, trying to think where it's that. There, this is a shot from one area. I don't know where at, but I'm thinking it's on the other side. And that because there's a hotel that I would know if I understood what area I was in.
Looks
And
like a
that,
pretty city, though.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
it's really it's like Moscow. It's a capital, like
Right.
Moscow. Moscow is huge in that, but this is the thing.
Moscow's capital.
Yeah, so is Washington D.C. But the thing though is this: is there is a McDonald's like right here. There's a McDonald's right here, and then like there's apartments. You basically can rent an apartment and everything all throughout this area in that, and it's like $20 a night. It's $20 to $40 a night to rent an apartment in the center in that. But this is the thing is this is they show so little of, but they show only the capital in that, and then it's back to a restaurant, stock footage, and actually I know what this stock footage is if they don't cut it. It's the one where a soldier fell down, and they cut the footage. But they do all of this perception thing in that, and it's what's so comical about like what people know or understand, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's Russia, whether it's Belarus, whether it's Latvia. It's all a perception in that,
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
and the that's what's so strange about it. And but like I can't think of it. Oh, your iPad going bye bye.
Bye-bye.
And that. Okay. But still, either way about it, and that. Let me kill the sharing part. Well, whoops, I'm on. I keep forgetting that your thing is in a tab. Okay, so, but regardless, is it's how do I want to put it? It's one of them things that the perception is not the reality, and the reality is not the perception. In verse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to see that too. Yeah, I am. Like it's something. It just don't make sense. Why are we so heavily invested in Ukraine, like America? What is our interest in Ukraine? Is it pure interest, or is it just about destroying Russia, or is it about destroying both Ukraine and Russia? I guess
I
that's
would
where I'm
probably
at.
say for both. You know, there's a theory into this that a friend that is a journalist and he's in Britain told me. The theory was this, is Ukraine is physically the largest country in Europe, physically, by land mass. That's one. Two, the war decreases the population. It will decrease the population on another end of it. So the country being depopulated, and so is Russia being depopulated in some way. And then, and then another part of it, relax, relax. The other part of it is with the depopulation part, you have all these little side effects. But now, if Ukraine stays as it is, or let's say before the war, You know, if Ukraine was supposed to go into the European Union, supposed to, Poland, Ukraine, and I think Hungary and a few other countries, it would tilt the balance away from Western Europe. So in the EU politics, the Eastern European countries would have more votes than the Western European countries. They would have more influence than that. So again, that throws something to think about, that if you put Ukraine into the EU, really throw it into the EU, then Germany and France and Britain don't have any power anymore.
Mm.
But in the meantime, all the promises about everything going with Ukraine this, Ukraine that, Ukraine this, and everything, it makes Ukrainians go work in Poland and Germany and everything else, and they become the lowest form labor like Mexicans. And or because of decreasing population in Western Europe, Ukrainian girls and men and whatever go over there and they lose the culture into Europe because it's the supposedly superior culture.
Right.
Just a way of thinking in that part. But if you wanted to wrap up really quick in that before your iPad dies.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, what generation is your iPad?
It's I think it's an iPad 10 or maybe 11. I've had it for a while, but I need to upgrade. I just haven't upgraded in a while. So
well, the reason why I ask, I usually stay with an iPad Mini, but I'm on like 4th gen. But that's the reason why I asked.
yeah, I need to upgrade at some point, but it don't hold charge like it used to, and
Yeah.
I guess I have a hard time parting ways because I've had it so long. It's kind of like it's my iPad. So I've had it for a while. Yeah, but
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I was just thinking. I was thinking something in my mind of it and that. But yeah, all the fun stuff in between. But if you wanted to pull up a wrap up on everything.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and let's close it out, man. It was a great chat, man. My eyes are opening more and more. So
well, don't get too woke.
I think I'm more.
You're not getting my joke. You're not woke, are you? Are you?
Say that again. I probably couldn't hear you.
I said, don't get too woke.
Oh, get too woke. Oh my gosh. No, that will never happen.
But
your eyes
are opening.
I think a lot of the frustration I have is I don't know where I actually stand on our foreign policy anymore. I agree with a lot of things that Trump is doing. At the same time, I don't like our foreign policy at all, no matter who's running it. It seems shady to me.
Well, it's a bunch of manipulation. That's the way I look at it. Tons and tons and tons of manipulation.
Yeah, it's hard for me when I'm sitting here watching. I feel as if Ukraine is being used by all sides, and I have deep feelings for the Ukrainian people, where it's in a way it's not their fault, right? But at the same time, their government is corrupt like any other government, and I think all countries deserve their sovereignty. That's just no country should be invaded for any reason. I just don't. I don't agree with it. I just don't. Regardless of politics, I think that this whole war could have been avoided. I really, truly think it could have been avoided.
Yeah. Well, we'll.
But you
we'll
know
know
how I am with
in a
war. You
week
know,
or-
you,
yeah,
you know my stance on war. I'm anti-war. But
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. That will be the interesting part.
well, that's it. That's it with Jared
Yeah.
Ricky this go around.
Yep.
We'll definitely pick up again.
Yeah,
All right, guys. Have a
we
great
will.
day.
Yep.
All right, out.
Yep. So there we go. We'll keep the tab open and boom. And then it's just me.